Hello, dear viewers. Welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're gonna go back to Granite Grant here, our Gargoyle monk of Chebridos. And I think, yes, I think we have to hit the vaults here. Huh. Yeah. I mean, we could try out the depths. That actually doesn't seem like a terrible idea. I kind of want to have, I don't know, feel like we're a little shy of doing Volts 5. Call me crazy. Huh. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I kind of want to get Bolt of Fire to completely reliable. I want to get Maces and Flails to 16. I don't think we'll be able to get Shields all the way to 15 from a couple levels of the depths, but yeah, I think we should be fine. The depths contain, on average, slightly tougher monsters than Vaults 1 through 4. I mean, you'll see a lot of the same critters in Vaults 5 and the depths, minus the Vault Guardians. But, oh, we haven't even explored Dungeon 15. Okay. Well, this might suffice then. So the enemies aren't they're a little bit harder in the depths, but they're also a lot less densely packed. So the overall difficulty is less, even if the individual monsters are more difficult. Yeah, so we can see this Ogre Mage now that we have See Invisible. I'd really like to get a source of that on, I don't know, an amulet, or we have a decent helmet. I don't know. You can't get See Invisible on boots. Just helmets, rings, and I don't even know if you can get it on an amulet. I mean, there's no base type amulet of See Invisible. Yeah. But I think you may find it on some artifacts. I'm not sure if the base type can be modified that much. The Barbs debuff that we have going on right now comes from the Manticore's spines that he zapped us with. And that just deals us damage when we move until we wait a few turns to, I think it's 3 turns, to remove the barbs. Pull them all out. They go really nasty long-range porcupine. And there you have manticores. Altar to Okawaru and Kikobakutka surrounded by butterflies. That seems a little bit out of character. I mean, call me crazy, but I don't know that the god of war and the god of necromancy and the... Well, there's Sif Muna, too. I guess there is the summon butterfly spell that could be Sif Muna's handiwork. Maybe that's where they came from. We'll go with that. Makes more sense than anything else I can think of. Looks like the entrance to the depths is probably around here somewhere. This looks like a fairly vaultish. Let's hang out here. Oh, he didn't decide to come after us. Hi. I guess he threw all his rocks and got tired of chasing us? Something like that? I don't know. We're pretty well off against missiles at this point. I mean, you can see us just sort of... I wanted to march toward that guy, because otherwise he would never run out of arrows and would just, shoot us until we died. I think that monsters do have ammunition. It generally is just a lot. Wraiths, I'm not sure about Wraiths. I feel like they used to be a lot harder, more dangerous than they are now. But they do have eidolons, I think. Sort of wraiths with a little crown on their head is the current tile graphic. I think it's pretty cool looking. Maybe a little dorky, I don't know, but just the king wraiths. And they're definitely tougher. They have some pretty damaging abilities. Go after the Orc Knight first, just because he might be wielding a crazy axe of some sort. I don't know. It doesn't matter too terribly much. I swear one of these days I'll figure out what the plural of the... Here. I'm going to do it right now. Plural of Cyclops. Plural is also Cyclops. Seems to be. Oh, no, Cyclopes. Okay, yeah, Cyclopes. Alright, I think at least... in at least one video I've pronounced it correctly then. Cyclopes. Good to know. I will never again complain about not knowing how to pronounce the plural of Cyclops. Hooray! My most important discovery of the day. Forget all the things I'm studying. That's the big ticket item right there. Wand of Disintegration. Okay. Wand of Disintegration is fine. It doesn't do a ton for us that our Wand of Digging does not. I think it's a little bit stronger, so... What? Come on. Quit it with the fireballs. Blowing up our scrolls and whatnot. I check, not daily, but frequently to see if they've finished 0.15. If they've come out with a stable version yet. They have not. You can download it, I found. There are downloadable versions, but they're still unstable. So sometimes things will be missing or broken. This looks like we're getting close, maybe. Probably this next room is the entrance to the vaults. Yeah, mottled dragons can provide you with hides, similar to many other dragons. And mottled dragon armor is fine. It's a reasonably high... It's the highest armor class armor for its encumbrance rating of 5. So only very slightly more encumbering than leather armor, or maybe it's even 4, I don't know. But it's, unlike other dragon armors, its sort of special ability isn't particularly relevant. It protects you against sticky flame. Whee! For all of you that I know just have been having tons of trouble with sticky flame. 8-headed Hydra can do some damage. Especially if this Sphinx somehow manages to paralyze us. Not likely, but possible. Centaur Warrior is just... Oh, our deflect missiles wore off, that's why. There we go. Alright. I took a lot more damage than I needed to in that fight. I was being a little bit incautious. I even had a character die to a very similar situation to that. Sphinx on a Hydra. Sphinx paralyzed me. Hydra just ate me alive. I believe that was a more evasion-based character, however. I don't think we would have to worry too much as Mr. Grant here. Artifact Dagger, we'll pick it up, just so nobody else can use it. If we can't use it, no one will. But we obviously will not be switching to a stabbing build at this point. I mean, Chabriados is great, don't get me wrong. But a stabby god, he is not. Yeah, the entrance to the depths is assuredly in this little area. The presence of iron dragons strongly suggests... What is... The +3, the -3, -4 mace of variability? It's a chaotic mace in pretty rainbow colors? That's weird. mean, I wish it was something useful for us, certainly, but... Artifact leather armor, which actually might be usable for us. That's right. Iron dragons, it's hard to bash them down. They're pretty strong. They also, sadly, do not leave any kind of cool hide that can be turned into armor. Toughest orc zombie in all the land. Must have been an orc warlord or something. Ooh, scroll of acquirement! Yay! So I was incorrect in my assumption that this was the entrance to the depths. It is in fact not. Book of the Tempest isn't the biggest deal for us. Why would we ever use this? Seems awful. But yeah, the Chaos brand is not allowed by Chabriados. Too much of a chance that you'll accidentally haste yourself or something else. Why are you in a hurry, man? What did we get a manual of? I hope it's something relevant. I mean, even if it's not, it's fine. Ooh, a manual of earth magic. Cha-ching! Book of the Tempest is fine. I mean, it doesn't really give us access to anything we didn't have access to already, except for Fireball, which is, not really as good as Firebolt. Strictly worse in close quarters, and... I mean, there's some fun things you can do with it, especially if you follow Vehumet, but... Yeah, do we have a scroll of Identify? We have lots of scrolls of Identify. Let's check out this. Ooh, yikes. This abysmal leather armor. Yeah, monsters can have that one. I don't really care about identifying that dagger. If we get an extra proc out of one of our scrolls of Identify, while we're identifying something potentially useful, then we can identify the dagger just for giggles. Not worried about these guys. At this point, pretty much anything that can be found in a layer, with the possible exception of like 8-headed hydras and whatnot, it can't really do anything to us. Ah, good. Trapdoor spider being a nice little meat shield for us. I love it when enemies get in the way of other enemies. It's very satisfying. Makes up for those times where your own summons get in your way. Boom. There it is. It's funny, that little weird treasure vault up here was more difficult to get to than the actual entrance to the depths. That's usually not the case. So now that we have a massive boost to earth magic, why don't we put that on the trainer here? I think once we reach level 5 of fire magic, I mean, we're almost at level 16 of maces and flails, so we can turn that off. Yeah. That was a really cool find. Manual of earth magic. I mean, the manual of stealth was nice, certainly. I definitely don't mind having a few free levels in stealth. I mean, the experience that we've gained to reach 9.5 levels of stealth would probably have normally been at like level 4 or 5, I would guess, without that manual. So, big bonus. We don't really care about this calcifying dust because we are unpetrifiable. We are already made of stone, so bring it, Catoblepus. Wait a minute, I'm going to look up how to pronounce that one too. To pronounce Catoblepus. Wikipedia is not being helpful. Curse you, Wikipedia. Catoblepus. Catoblepus. Oh, Catoblepus. Catoblepus. That sounds cool. Catoblepus. We'll go with that. Ettins are reasonably dangerous. Fortunately, we managed to kill that one before. Oh, very large. Oh, it's a titanic slime creature. This could just straight up kill us. Let's blink. Let's blink again. There we go. Once a slime creature reaches titanic, you want to vacate the area and let it let it sort of split apart again. Man, a lot of rough dudes hanging out here with us. Still at 70 hit points. I feel reasonably safe. There we go. Catapulpus. Cataplepus. I don't know. Cataplepus. Cataplepus sounds the most, I don't know, legitimate. The least goofy sounding pronunciation. Oh, come on. Come here. Ooh, okay, I was hoping I could get the Ogre Mage in there too. Nice. This Bolt of Fire is so much better than... Maces and Flails 16. Boom. Turn that off. Focus Earth Magic. There we go. I like this. That'll help get our Iron Shot maxed out, finally. We're not training Conjurations. I'm not sure why we're not training Conjurations. I don't know. That's fine, though. Level 15 is reasonable, and there aren't too many things that require Conjurations that doesn't also require another spell school from here on out. I mean, I guess... Yeah, I don't know that there are that many pure Conjurations, like level 9 spells. Gateway to the Abyss. And a Gateway to Hell. How convenient. Let's not have this dragon flanking us. There we go. Yeah, so we're at minimum delay for our mace, for our Morning Star, which is quite nice. I mean, it's the... Getting something to minimum delay is the most efficient use of your skill points for a melee weapon. Beyond that, you still get benefits from some slimes. We'll let them sort of soak up some damage for us. Slash straight up kill a Hydra for us. Reason why I'm firebolting here, even though that won't kill the dragon, is because I'm not too worried about the dragon. I am somewhat worried of the Sphinx. An Apis. I don't know that I've seen that many Api before. Oh, that's right. I have seen them in the... well, in heaven, basically. There's a Pandemonium level that is home to Zin and the Shining One and Alibalon. It's just filled with angels and apices and stuff. Let's get some more efficient spellcasting going here. Blat. A lot of critters here. Manticores and hydras and very beastly depths level. 8-headed hydra. I'm fairly certain that 8 heads is as much... 8 is as many heads as you will see a hydra naturally have, though they can have up to 20. If you foolishly attack them with a slashing weapon numerous times, that is not a fiery weapon as well. And also there is a unique Hydra that has the Leonin Hydra, I think that's what it is, has 27 heads. It's pretty nasty. I encountered it once. I didn't actually manage to kill it. I ran away with my tail between my legs. It was on Swamp 5. It was sort of guarding the rune, and I nearly died to it, ran away, came back later, snagged the rune. It was nowhere to be found, and I never killed it. It just kept hanging out on Swamp 5, I guess having more fun now that it didn't have to guard anything, but... Lots of boggarts and rakshasas there. That seems a little bit annoying. Let's have some friends help us out. Of course, we can abjure things. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our Aura of Abjuration going. I'm a big fan of that spell. I like it a lot. Can't rely on finding it, generally, in any given game, but because it's in the Grand Grimoire, which is a little bit uncommon. All three of the high-level spellbooks are somewhat rare. Yeah, this would have been a really tough fight were it not for this aura. Boggarts, don't mess around. They just summon the heaviest hitters they can find. What is he doing over there? Let's just duck around this corner, shall we? We're going to take a few hits, but I don't like giving them weird lines of sight on us. What is that? Vampire something or other? Vampire Knight. Wearing a slimy silver ring. That looks like an artifact. Hopefully it's something good. It was reasonably difficult to kill, so maybe. Let's identify it, shall we? The ring Trimp. Resist fire, resist cold. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take it. We clearly don't need resist fire at the moment. Resist cold is kind of nice. So, I mean, we could throw it on if we need, if we encounter something scary and cold-based. Hey, an unseen horror. Those are a real pain if you don't have See Invisible. Wielding a dazzling dagger and an amulet of faith. Let's pick up said dagger so that we don't have to mess with it again. One fun thing you can do is petrify monsters while they're flying over lava. They will fall into the lava and melt. It's pretty cool. What? That was weird. Did it make us forget a spell? Surely not. Yeah, and we still know all our spells. Weird. We seem to have forgotten something, but we can't remember what it was. Maybe it erased some of our map awareness? I don't know. What do we have here? Ruined gloves, shimmering cutlass. Well, this is why this very situation... Oh, it's not that spell. This spell. Yoink! Yoink! Thank you very much. And yoink. Let's go over here and see if there's anything on this side. Nope. Okay. Yeah, apportation is a neat spell. It's not the best at lower spell powers, but once you get it to the point where we have it, which is most of the way there, you can grab most things. Die, boggart. Could use a corpse to chop up and eat, but we'll just eat this apple in the meantime. Humph. Cool, well that was that level. What are these gloves? +2 pair of gloves of strength. We have something strictly better, don't we? +2 pair of gloves of resist cold, yes. Strength is nice, but not super necessary for us. Okay, so where are our skills? Shield's almost at 15. That's nice. Stealth is trucking right along. This manual is doing some work. Earth Magic, gaining levels fairly rapidly, which is a big plus. Fire Magic is coming along. I could probably turn that off, honestly. Our Bolt of Fire is down to 4%. But I might as well keep training it. I mean, we're committed to Fire Magic now. We're obviously not going to go the Cold route, so there's no reason not to continue trickling points into it. I think I like our current setup. Gets us good use out of our manual of Earth Magic. It doesn't matter. I believe it's a fixed experience amount and not a not like a time amount or whatever for your manuals. So it doesn't matter how rapidly you train the skill, which the manual increases. You'll get the same use out of a manual regardless. I believe. Could be wrong. I can't get both the Shaman and the Earth Mage with that, so now we can. Killing the Earth Mages as quickly as possible because they can, shatter us. I don't think they know the actual spell shatter. That would be way too strong for just a depths monster. Hey, reach level 24. Get our intelligence a little bit better. Although we did finally get a randomized point into strength, which is okay, I guess. We are using maces and flails, which benefit much more from strength than from dexterity, generally. Although with a Morning Star, I think we still get like a 30% benefit from dexterity. And dexterity certainly is not bad. It helps out with evasion. It may have something to do with your stealth. Really don't know on that one. Shield's almost there. Our Fire Magic reached level 6. Fire Magic. It's nice and all, but we haven't found Firestorm yet. That being said, I kind of want to be able to cast Firestorm at some point once we do find it. I don't know. Once we're done with shields and once our manual for stealth runs out, we will probably be focusing entirely on our spellcasting skills. Probably put a few more points into fighting at some point. I don't know. We have a lot of skills that we have which benefit us at this point, which is, not bad. It means we have a lot of options at our disposal. It also means that it's very easy to spread ourselves a little too thin. So I'm trying to just focus on stuff that's immediately useful. Not always doing the best job of it, but the reason why I'm trying to finish out the manuals especially is because I don't want to just leave them around lying there being useless, but I also want the inventory space. I'm greedy. I'm in this run for the treasure. So I want to beat a Ziggurat. I want to see what's at the last level of a Ziggurat. I want to see what kind of cool items you find down there. Ziggurats are, they're rough. I think the furthest I've gone in one is 22 levels deep out of 27. And that was too deep. It killed me. I think I've survived getting down to level 20, maybe? 19 or 20? I've definitely survived as far as 17. And made it out alive. Ziggurats, each level is a tiny little room, and you climb down some stairs into the room. You can't go back immediately. There's no staircase. It's a one-way staircase. And sometimes there are walls in the middle, sometimes it's just an empty room, but the other side is always stuffed full of nasties. Lots of monsters, usually with a theme of some sort. Are we still... Yeah, we still do have a little bit of a hunger cost. Though it's gone down since we put an extra point into intelligence. That's kind of cool. we have anything that's boosting intelligence? We actually don't. This is all, it's all natural. Um, I mean, slash divine. Chabritos is giving us 15 of those 36 points. But it does mean that we can freely switch around equipment without worrying about our spells being reduced in effectiveness. Blast of cold, eh? I know what to do to dragons like you. Hit you with fire. Kill it with fire. I don't know what that's from. Kill it with fire. What's this wand? Wand of fire. Okay. Oh, we're drained. Gross. I'm pretty liberally using our iron shot here. I should maybe be a little more cautious with our... I don't know why I picked up that Ring of Intelligence. Let's drop it. I have no need for it. It will never be better than... Like, at this point in the game, our intelligence is so high that the increase is not better than the resistances that we're getting from other rings. And in fact, let's turn off some of these auto pickups while we're at it. Don't need that. Don't need that. We already have a ring of positive energy. Don't need another ring of regeneration. Okay. We don't have that many things that we haven't identified yet, but we have a few. I'd like to find the Book of Annihilations at some point. Book of Annihilations is pretty sweet. I believe it contains... Maybe it contains Firestorm? I don't know. It contains some cool stuff. It contains Lahudib's Crystal Spear, for one. Maybe the only source of Lahudib's Crystal Spear. Lots of stuff. I like that a lot of the depths levels have little sort of mini vaults in them. Yay, our draining is gone. Earth magic chugging right along. Stealth coming along nicely as well, even with as little as we're putting into it. It's pretty cool. What if we do this? I kind of like that better. I really want to finish off these shields, but I just can't bring myself to train only one skill at a time. I'm too much of a generalist for that. A polished quarterstaff. Another artifact. I really can't complain. We have this really cool Morning Star. So all of these, quote, useless, unquote, items are, you know, 5 out of 6 chance that it's not going to be a mace or a flail. And even then, I mean, at this point, we don't want to switch, we don't want to downgrade. If we find an artifact flail, we're probably not going to use it. Because unless it's got a plus 10 enchantment, plus 10 damage enchantment, it's going to be a downgrade on damage. And this mace is just great all around. I mean, the venom, meh, whatever. But the fact that it gives us 2 pips of resistance is sweet. Means that we can actually fight fire orbs as soon as we encounter them, having these 3 fire resistance. Well, assuming we find a source of mutation resistance, which, good luck with that. I guess we can go ahead and do Vaults 5. Meh. Let's do one more level of the depths. I want to err heavily on the side of caution here. I think I'll just do one more level of the depths, end this video here. I think maybe I'm just not in the mood to do Vaults 5. Maybe that's it. The number 1 killer in Crawl. Ooh, we are so stealthy. Ooh, snuck up on that guy. Pretty stone cold right there. Number one killer in Crawl is boredom. And its many flavors. Impatience is a cousin of boredom. An ugly, ugly cousin. Bolt of Fire, really nice. I do not regret, even in the slightest, the decision to forget Bolt of Magma and memorize Bolt of Fire. Is that Frost Giant wearing a cloak? I think it's wearing a cloak. And the Fire Giant swapped out his flaming weapon for a freezing weapon. Okay, sure. Iron Shot. Doing work. Think about it. This is not even the most powerful single target Earth Magic spell. That honor goes to Lehudib's Crystal Spear, straight up. Get an Aura of Abjuration going. Ha! Take that, Summoner. I'll teach you to rely on the forces of hell. Yeah, that's another reason why I don't like summons too terribly much, because they can be abjured, and suddenly you find yourself X mana points down and defenseless, without a friend in the world. We could be using shadow creatures. This is just faster. What is it with these guys? They're not satisfied with their natural stuff. Let's do some bashing, since we're low on mana and not particularly low on health. Not worried about a Spriggan Berserker, really, at this point. They can do surprising amounts of damage. Don't underestimate Spriggans. If you can beat the dungeon, if you can get the Orb of Zada's one, then you can definitely die to one. And you can certainly reach the Orb of Zada as a Spriggan. I highly recommend Spriggans for new players. Ooh, a legendary deck of cards. We can't carry that many items, though. What did we pick up? Oh, the Book of Annihilations! Hey! Hey-yo. Cool. Well, we're certainly going to start putting points back into Conjurations, then. Sure. It'll just be a trickle for now, but we'll get there. Cool. We're actually closer to casting Shatter than we are Firestorm by quite a bit. Oh, let's eat this Choco. There we go. Munch down all those strawberries. Book of Air, huh? What's in the Book of Air? Absolutely nothing that we want. We're not allowed to cast Swiftness. And all those other spells are... Yeah, Repel Missiles is worse than what we have. All the other spells aren't going to be very strong with our 3 levels of air magic or whatever it is. Let's get rid of this Book of Air. That's pretty neat that we got that. I haven't been using this Rod of Ignition at all. I'll probably just leave that in our stash when we head back there. I don't even really miss its shields of 14. 1 away. Almost there. Almost. it's a rough road from bucklers to normal shields for non-large characters. Bolt of Fire is going to be better here, more efficient when there are 3 or more monsters. Otherwise, we might as well just Iron Shot. Earth Magic up to level 15, sweet. I think if we have Earth Magic at around level 20 with our current encumbrance rating plus wizardry. Oh, we're still carrying around a Scroll of Acquirement. No, our Scroll of Acquirement was burned. Oh, foolishness. Foolish, foolish me. You've probably been screaming about that for minutes now. I didn't even notice. That's a real shame. I just noticed because the Scroll of Silence, I always confuse Silence and Acquirement. Well, let's just pretend that we used the Scroll of Acquirement and it gave us a cursed Naga barding. Yeah, that's what we'll say. This Played Ghost could hurt us quite a bit. Oh, it didn't manage to play us. That's nice. Scrolls of Silence are fairly useful because we can bash things in the face and some monsters cannot. We chopped up a whole elephant and only got 1 edible chunk of flesh. Must have been one disgusting elephant. What's up, Shaman? Whoa. Holy death yaks, Batman. There we go. It's worth waiting a turn there to get a more efficient Bolt of Fire off. This Manual of Stealth is doing work. We've only been trickling. I think... Oh, yeah, we do have a +2 aptitude for it anyway. Oh, yeah, we can bash these guys down. No problem. Death Yak's no longer scary for us. What is... Oh, this... Troll Earth Mage was breaking a path through the walls there. Oops! That was a mistake on my part, stepping forward there. Put us in slightly more danger than we were before. Halfway to level 15. Getting there. Getting close. Yeah, we can do the vaults. Vaults 5. Won't do it this video, but I'll do it. Another Scroll of Brand weapon. We still haven't found any Evening Stars anywhere. That's a shame. We have enough Scrolls of Enchantment that even if it's, you know, +0, or whatever, maybe not if it's, you know, below, you know, if it's a negative enchantment. Ugh. I'm getting kind of impatient with this shield skill, which is maybe dangerous. I need to be a little more careful. Scroll of Blinking, that's nice. Nemelex Zobe. Oh, we never picked up that legendary deck of cards, did we? It's okay, we probably weren't going to use it. We can always come back for it later. Oh, yeah, Airstrike hurts us, but not enough that we really have to worry. Spriggans. They ride fireflies. I think that's kind of cool. We will slay you! I don't know why I'm using Iron Shot on these guys. I don't need to. Ugly things and very ugly things early on are kind of a check on your equipment. A little bit of a check on your resistances, really, because they can be a number of different... They can possess a number of different elemental properties. Slash rotting, slash, I don't know, other stuff. They're weird. I mean, they're ugly things. Let's go back up here and kill this elephant. And then eat it. Ha! So did we clear this out? No, not quite. Almost. May even be enough, if we're lucky, to get us to an entrance to Pandemonium. Scroll, or this level may be enough to get us to 15. Doesn't look like it, though. Looks like we're about out of critters. Yeah. I'll do one more level. It's going to make this video a little bit longer than I've been trying to make them, but I can't hear you complaining. I can't hear you at all. No, really, if these videos are too long, please let me know. I will do my best to cut them down, but I figure as long as they're not, far and away over an hour long. Most people take breaks in 1 hour segments, right? That's how life works. Wand of Random Effects in red because, again, it can cause haste. Blah. Ow. Oh, he walked into a teleport trap. This Etten may do so as well. Yep. Kill a Minotaur. We haven't found a labyrinth this run. We haven't found a labyrinth in a while, actually. I like labyrinths. They're a cool side branch. Oh man, we don't have deflect missiles up. We probably haven't for a while. Not that it's apparently disadvantaged us, but it's that kind of thing that gets you in trouble in Crawl. Hey, shields at 15. Boom. Off. Okay, so now let's do something like this. Yeah, I like that. This Manual of Stealth should run out fairly soon. It's helped us with, what, nearly 12 levels of stealth so far? We are very stealthy now? I like it. Interesting thing about giant eyeballs is that their paralysis effect is irresistible by any means. You can never resist the giant eyeball. Its gaze petrifies you no matter what. Or, paralyzes, not petrifies. Come to me. Wanted to back up just a little bit so that this slime creature isn't gonna make our day miserable. Earth Magic at 16, that's pretty cool. We've reached level 25. Getting experience in a nice clip here. I mean, we have a pretty reasonable experience curve as a Gargoyle anyway. Hey, there's a Ziggurat. Ba, 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 ba. I don't know why my Ziggurat finding song is Deck the Halls, but just roll with it, okay? We obviously do not want to enter now. There is zero reason to enter a Ziggurat before you have cleared all the way to the Orb of Zod. Well, no, that's not true. There could be reasons to go into a Ziggurat if you lack the equipment for reaching the orb, then sure, go for it. I don't like that this Sphinx remains undamaged thus far. But we don't really have the mana points to muck about with it any further via bolts of fire. Still, didn't manage to... Oop, we've got a Lich. Aura of Abjuration, I think, is in order. We haven't needed to use our Chebritos abilities in quite some time, which is nice. What is that? Yaktar Claymore. Ah, yes. Claymores are really hefty weapons. Two-handed, 19 damage. They're not the heaviest weapons in the game, but they're pretty close. Interestingly, even the heaviest of two-handed swords even the heaviest of two-handed swords benefit greatly from dexterity. So, if you are going long blades, try and balance. I mean, the earlier ones benefit more from dexterity than from strength, so you absolutely want to focus on both. But generally, like, when given a choice between strength and dexterity, all other things being equal, it's better to put points into dexterity. Granted, all of the things are rarely equal, but we're just kind of bashing stuff down willy-nilly. This Iron Dragon could hurt a little bit. We definitely don't want to be surrounded on three sides, though. Ooh, this is... let's blink. There we go. That's why blink is great. One of the reasons why blink is great. There are several reasons. Huh. Tentacled monstrosity is not being very nice to us. There we go. Took it out. A lot of monsters in this weird little hex area. Earth Magic at level 17. Man, this manual is just rocketing us up. We should be able to memorize Shatter, no problem. We're actually going to use a charge of this Wand of Healing. I didn't think that we were going to die there, but we have a ton of scrolls of recharging. We're very resistant to damage in general, so I'm not worried about, running out of charges like I would be if we were, say, a deep dwarf, lacking natural sources of healing. Hey, buddy. Ooh, a quick blade, huh? Glowing quick blade. Let's take that with us. Those things can be annoying. I don't know why we have potions of blood turned on. We don't want them, nor potions of coagulated blood. Ew. Ancient Lich. Well, let's get our Aura of Abjuration going and see if we can't nuke it down. There we go. Cool. Conjuration 16. Fire Magic is getting there. We are carrying a lot of sort of useless stuff around, aren't we? That's not useful anymore. Let's just drop some of these things. Some of these wands. And these gloves. I could haul them all the way back to our stash, but I don't think we're ever going to use them. We can always find them again. Book of Envenomations, huh? Oh, not the best. But whatever. Poisonous Cloud actually could be kind of cool. If we'd found it 10 levels ago, it would have been awesome, since we're immune to Poisonous Clouds. I mean, we're immune to poison and we're immune to clouds, so Actually, that's not true. We're not immune to clouds of cold or frost. But poisonous clouds specifically we are like extra immune to because we don't breathe. Another glowing quick blade. Oh, maybe that was the same one and I just didn't pick it up the first time. Silly me. Ooh, gold. Not that we have anything to spend it on. Yeah, unless we want to. I mean, unless we've maxed out our um, skills at some point and want to switch over to long blades. Seems unlikely to happen. Yeah. Sure. What is the... I guess we could have bought that and gotten Blink a long time ago, but meh. Whatever. We are just rich and have nothing to do with it. Oh, it was a different quick blade. Interesting. Bring it. Stealth up to level 15. Wow. Super stealthy. We don't really need stealth, it's just this manual just makes it so efficient. I mean, we have no other skills that are even remotely as high of an aptitude as that. It'd be like if we started playing a race with a really high aptitude for something and then never used it. We have the ability, so we might as well. For some reason, Titans are delicious. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. And everything gets more delicious next trunk, but... or at least with the current setup of next trunk. Oh, we have some stuff here into brain. Giant orange brain, specifically. Nothing exciting. Let's just turn off all these wands. They're just not good for us. We don't want them in our inventory. Oh, we do want wands of heal wounds. Like, nothing else is going to do us any good, so let's just not bother with them. Hell hogs. Hell hogs are one of the few sources of food in the hells. Hate shadow dragons. Let's get some friends for this one. Shadow dragons will drain you. Oop. The H here. Here's one example of a place where I want to use the period key. There we go. Earth Magic level 18. Boom. Oh, our manual ran out, looks like. When did it run out? Huh. A while ago, I guess. As did our stealth manual. Okay, well, we can turn off stealth. Seriously, when did the manual run out? We were just looking at it a second ago. Oh, yeah, we have finished your manual of Earth Magic and you tossed it away. Cool. So, yeah. That was awesome. Let's turn off Earth Magic for a moment. Since I don't know if we need it to be any higher to be able to memorize Shatter. And we need more spell levels for that anyway. Firestorm, 99% failure rate. We're getting there. Oh, we do have Shatter on us. 56%. Whoa. Well then. We'll leave on Earth Magic. Still, not the worst. Thinking it might not be a bad idea to start training fighting again at some point. I don't know, I kind of want to get our level 9 spells online as quickly as possible. Both of them. Alrighty, I think that's it for this video. I seem to have cleared out... shout at this elephant here. Seem to have cleared out these 4 levels of the depths just fine. So we should be... We're amply prepared for Vaults 5. We can take it on, no problem. We have a few extra tricks up our sleeve from Chabritos. Slouch is very good. Very, very good with the first onslaught in the Vaults 5 scheme of things. Nope, we definitely burned it up. I hate item destruction with a passion. Maybe my least favorite part of this game. Super, super glad they're getting rid of it. And then you won't have to hear me complain about... Actually, no, we didn't. That scroll wasn't burned. It just gave us a cursed pair of gloves of dexterity. That's what it did. Sure. Cool. Well, thanks for watching. Just going to do some staff maintenance. I'm not even really going to ramble on for very long here. So, drop all of these things. Let's just drop all the rest of these wands, except for digging. Digging has good utility. Do we have anything that isn't identified? Ooh, we do have a thing that isn't identified. Ooh. And a ton of scrolls of identify, actually. But it's not good. Well, that's a shame. I mean, granted, strength is not the most important thing to us, but accuracy +5 is not worth strength -5. And since we already have a source of see invisible, that's basically what it comes down to. So, yeah. Okay. Drop these books. We have a nice number of potions of cure mutation now. I think we have 4 total. Wow, that's really good. So we are, I mean, even if we don't find a source of mutation resistance, we're reasonably well off here. Okay, let's get some scrolls recharging. Where are they? There they are. And read one of them for our wand. Yeah. And then drop a bunch of these scrolls. I like to save scrolls of silence for, I don't know, pandemonium mostly. Ziggurats. We're saving them for the big guns. They're rare enough that they're worth saving. What else do we need to do here? Drop off some of these meat rations. Not that we really need to. Oh, yeah, let's get rid of this rod. We'd be really pleased with it if we were in any way, shape, or form an evoker, but we're really not. Everything else looks good, so yeah. Yep, we're getting there with Shatter. Getting close. Maybe another 5 levels of Earth Magic. Seems like a lot, but I mean, we are wearing relatively hefty armor. Our armor is 11 encumbrance rating, so that's a pretty hefty penalty right there. And it is a level 9 spell. It's not meant to be easy to cast. Otherwise, everybody would do it. Jeez. All right. Well, thanks for watching. That's all for now, and I'll see you next time.